The adjectives are describing words. In the parts of speech family, we said adjectives were daughters of the father. Daughters are greatly attached to their fathers and they always talk well about them. So, they keep on describing what kind of father they have. Well, all the words which describe a noun are called adjectives. They may be articles, they may be the words which compare things, degrees of comparisons we have, and three types of degrees we have: positive, comparative and superlative. We also have the orders for adjectives. We'll be discussing it later. Now, let us see degrees of comparison when we talk of adjectives. You have three kinds of adjectives: in positive degree, in comparative degree and in superlative degree. Now you see, when you say a positive degree, it means you don't have anyone to compare things to, or you're talking of two things which are equally same. So you say hi, then you have a comparative degree where you have two people to compare to, and one is greater or smaller than the other, that is higher. And then you have the third degree, the superlative degree, when you compare things with more than two things, and then you say the third one is the biggest, and then you use article with that the to show the supremacy of the third part. So we have three degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Here we can see in this picture, you can very well see how the things have been compared: happy, happier, happiest, good, better, the best, useful, more useful and the most useful. Young, younger, the youngest one. Sweet, sweeter, the sweetest. Hot, hotter, the hottest. So this is how we compare the degrees. Okay. Now you see, when I say positive degree, in positive degree, I have just one apple and I say this apple is big. Okay. But then when I have two apples and I have to compare which one is bigger, I say the second apple is bigger than the first apple, as you can see here. And then in the superlative form, what we find is that the third apple is the biggest of all the three apples. So this is how we deal with the comparisons. Now here we see the girls in these pictures are making comparisons. So first one, positive degree. May your hair is long. To compare two equal things or persons. So positive degree, if you compare two things and you find that both are equal, both are same, you say as good as big as long as. Now, second one, comparative degree. Comparative degree where you compare things. Hema's hair is longer than Mihua's hair is long, but Hema's hair is longer than her hair. So we add er to that and we compare two things, two unequal things or persons. And then we come to the third one. See, Diana has the longest hair. So what we say, Diana's hair is the longest and longest of all the three. So she has added est to it to compare three or more things or a person. So here we can say that positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degrees, these three degrees are there to compare the adjectives. Now, one thing is very important. When we say a positive degree, it does not mean that we are not comparing anything. Degrees of comparison are always in comparison to one thing or another. We should remember that in positive degree, we either talk of one thing, right, like my pen is red, or a black book, a big book, wooden table. These words describe something, but we do not have anything else to compare them to. But in positive degrees, we also sometimes compare two things and we find them equal. Like we say, my pen is as beautiful as his pen. So I am comparing two pens and I say both the pens are equally beautiful. They are same in color, they are same in size, they are same in appearance, and they are both equally same. So there is no difference. So as big as, when we use positive, we use as big as small as. So as plus adjective and again as. These three things help us to frame the positive sentences. Then we come to the comparative form. In comparative degrees, we use nouns plus than and again another noun. Second apple is bigger than the first apple. Why do we do so? Because when I am comparing, I am finding that there is a difference between two objects which we are comparing. So if we find the difference, we say the other one is bigger or smaller or more beautiful than the first one. So with comparative degrees, we always use than. In superlative degree, when we write superlative forms, we use the plus the third form, that is the biggest, and we say it is biggest of all. Why do we do that? Because in superlative, we find that nothing is more beautiful or more likely to be like the one which we have found. So superlative degree shows the supremacy of anything. So I hope you have understood what the adjectives are and how these degrees are compared. Now one more thing, kindly remember, positive degree does not mean that there is no comparison. Positive degree also shows comparison, but the comparison is equal in all the ways. So we should remember that Degrees of comparison show us what level of quality does the noun belong to. I think you followed this. We'll be doing certain exercises to make these things more clearer. Thank you for now.